Okay. All right, welcome to our consultation hours. All right, 17th of April, 2024, around 2 minutes, okay, to 7 p.m. We're going to have a very short consultation discussion from here, or sharing session that I can call that, right? So, based from what I actually been go through before with you guys, there, right? Okay, take a look over here. I have done a few number kind of demonstration just now, okay, based on our designing the characters, right? Last night, basically, you have been go through with me before how actually come up with the ideas of working with the characters in the same characters by using different kind of styles. Right? The same characters, different styles. Okay. So according to what I actually have been feedback okay, from the students, most of them told me it's not as easy as it looks. Yes, of course. I can actually write agree with it. But I have done a few number kind of sample, which is hopefully you guys can actually look into back again from there. Okay. For example, right here. Okay, so you think it's okay, Cody? All right. I will record the sessions. Okay. So if you look back again, okay, from one of my demonstrations that I did earlier there, okay, about this Badak characters. When I start to design these Badak characters, I'm starting to design and sketch these characters without any references directly from the layers. So I just draw roughly the ideation of these characters based on the style that I think is quite suitable for me to explore, which is a very stylization, but using a full figures characters. Then I come up with this one. Okay, I clean up the line there from here. Okay, I start to clean up the line. So when I clean up the line right here, you guys can see the screen right sharing, right? So I try to come up with different kind of positions of poses, okay, especially on the ideation of those weapon the reader have been actually have been designed for this the whole characters there. Right? So if you look back again, okay, I will apply some of the detail from those design. So when it comes to develop those character design kind of uh, models there, right? You need to basically to define all those details that are going to be applied back again to your characters itself, especially the main features of the faces. I study a few number kind of eye kind of structures from here. Okay, guys, to make sure that you guys really can execute okay your character design effectively, you need to understand the whole structures back again. I always uh, emphasize on the structures all the time there, okay? Without a very good kind of understanding on working with the structures, the basic foundations of your design, it will be able to help you guys to expand more kind of understanding later on when you want to visualize the multiple position for your the whole kind of design itself there, right? Because you'll not be able to understand to solve your own problem when it comes to designing works. So when we design the characters or we design some things, basically we create what we call the chances of problems. They need to be solved back in within ourselves. Okay, so right now, if you look at how actually I come up with these ideas from there, I always come up with the whole concept of structure, the basic foundation of structure that is. Every single design that you saw outside there, they have a very standard template of structures. Okay, please make sure you guys work and start to design your work based on the structures. Don't design the work based on other people's characters first. Don't trace for other people's characters to become yours. Okay? Study first what kind of element of structure, basic shapes that actually can apply from the features of your design. From there, you actually can add more details there, right? Okay, when they come to develop the whole, to finalize the design. Okay, before you're going to come up with a multiple kind of positions. So start with the front view like this, okay, first. And then when you understand the whole features of the characters directly, easy for you to manipulate them later on for every single position that you want. Okay, so this is a sample that I did uh, previously. Okay, lately they were for other groups, which is I try to come up with two different kind of styles based on the same character, just like I did with the Putri Gunung Lelang before the Putri Gunung Lelang or Putri Santubong, right? Putri Santubong, right? So I start with the same kind of process. Okay, from the actual kind of design, then I transform it to HB character styles. Some student asked me directly whether we can do these two styles. You guys can design any style that you want. Okay, any style that you want directly. Last week, if you guys remember directly, or last 2 weeks, if you guys remember, okay, there's some of the video that I made. I create what I directly based on other people's structures directly, other people kind of references. If I can find one of the pictures over here, okay, maybe I can share with you guys. I define it first. Okay, this is the one, right? Okay, if you look at this design, I'm using basically standard kind of model characters that I get from Google. Okay, from here, I start to sketch basically the characters according to the models, but I redesign basically the facial structures, the elements, the attires, all those kind of concept style that I want to produce for these characters there, right? Before I am going to add some details from there. This is also a part of the process that you guys can go through. Okay, if you want to redevelop your character styles there. Okay, like I actually have mentioned to you for some of the students before, okay, to create a concept style for your characters, you need to go through with all this kind of process, right? Okay, that's the thing. So there is no magic potions that I actually can give you guys in order for you guys to execute your works correctly. So what you can do, you have to find your own way that works. Okay, you have to find your own style also to work still. This is not the only style they can produce based on the same what we call that characters titles there. Some student ask me, okay, do we need to design 5 different characters? No, 5 different styles. Okay, 5 different styles for each characters. So if you stories, okay, like Badak have 2 characters involved, so design 5 different style if you can, if you work on that. Okay, that's how you develop your kind of process of workings. Okay, when it comes to develop your ideas, we're talking about how to develop the ideas. Okay, how actually you can come up with a very unique kind of style at the same time to work on it. If I want to demonstrate a bit from here, okay, but I'm using Photoshop, I'm using side edits. Guys with me there, right? How many people? 10 people. So this is one of the way that you guys can work. It's what I actually have been seen or did from all these references that I have. You can design in any way that you want, but you have to find your kind of references, like inspirations there from where. Some students they draw a lot of the TV character style there, but they design the characters. It's almost look the same as we see from the existing design there. Right? There's nothing basically unique from there that they can find from those designs. But it's a good start for you guys to work. But for me, the best way to work, okay, especially when you design this character, there, right? This one, I actually have my own kind of preferences. For example, these Badan characters I'm taking from Arnold Schwarzenegger kind of features. Okay, if you guys don't know who actually this guy, this is basically one of the famous action actors around 80s to 90s. Okay, and he also former bodybuilders. So I use him as one of my criteria to design my characters. Okay, this guy as a Badak one. But I didn't trace from him. I just used the features. Okay, the features of that particular kind of persons or celebrities to develop into my design works, to my creations there. So I create the jawline, look like him, but I simplified them. That's the thing that is, okay, for example, if I want to create one of my design, okay, based on the same characters, but different style direction. So same characters, different style. Maybe I can okay, copy these images first. Paste right here. Okay, because I want to just to have a very clear kind of understanding. So I'm using the same template, but different style to approach. So if I want to design different style, okay, this is some different styles, more like a cartoon style. It can be. I exaggerate a little bit the design, but more simplified. See, it can be there, guys. We say we can't, right? Because I have the template okay, to work with, so I can actually redesign them according to what I want. See, so the style will be more different. You see, cartoon kind of style that we say we can't, right? We always can. I change basically the face, and of course the design of the costume also a bit more simplified. Okay, the footwork also I will improvise a little bit to give more simplifications in more animation type terrain. It can be the guys, okay? So we're talking about how to develop the ideas efficiently. That's basically one of the things that you have to be more you have to analyze, okay? See other characters from here. But they look sad a bit alright because maybe someone died already. So you want to draw the what we call the sword itself based on the careers. I can design different kind of style there of the sword itself. Okay. It can be okay. The what we call the shields. I want to take from Sarawak kind of element of our shield there, okay, from the Iban warriors. It can be. Is that right? And how fast we can actually go through with the ideas once you get the right kind of templates. Okay. Then if I want to clean up the line, I can clean up the line later. You see, I'm using brushes or pen. This pen doesn't actually quality line. Still have to rely on this one. So if I want to clean up the line like this, use first this. So change the size a bit. So I will draw a proper kind of line works. See? proper kind of line works. Yeah. So everything that we do is by design. Okay. We plan them up, not just spontaneously draw without any plan. Even though the hairline, I will draw simplified, okay, because it's easy for me to work on that later on. Where? Boleh. Oh. Consultations. So, see, this one I just roughly clean up the line. Okay. But we can do more better from here. This is a bicep right now. So once basically you get better foundation for your characters or your style on your works, right? You can be more flexible from there. You can do whatever that you want. Okay. But I'm not saying basically the whole thing are going to be easy all the times. Every single design that you reproduce, they have also a certain kind of difficulty or challenging, right? Challenges that you guys have to face all the times. Okay. But it all came from the experience that we have. That's why research is really important nowadays, okay, when it comes to develop your works. So once you get proper kind of understanding, easy for you to execute it. Yeah. So everything that I produce is based on by design. I design the whole thing there, okay? The whole structure is there. So if I want to break down the shapes of it, the face came from this side, this kind of dimensions. Okay, the ears came from the shapes of these dimensions there. Okay, the eyes came from this circle there, okay, kind of shapes. You see the eyes. What else there? The nose came from the shapes of this, like carrot kind of shapes. Okay, you know carrot? This one, carrot. Okay, lobot there, right? Uh, what else there? The hairline. Okay? From three-quarter view came from the shapes over here. This one came from, if you break down the shapes, 1, 2. See? All this kind of thing came from the basic shapes. Then make it, the neck came from the shapes of that. The neck. It came all from the basic shape, guys. If you cover the silhouette, you can see the unique kind of approach on this design. Remember the silhouette shape that we create for the caricatures there. Same goes to this one. You can do it this kind of things based on the character back there. Okay, so that's why when I ask you guys, okay, push you guys, okay, to work with the structures, study first properly, improve more in drawing skills. This is basically the benefit from them. But the result that you look from here is taken by more than 20 years kind of experience, right? But it doesn't mean that you can actually learn also from here within this 14 weeks time, because I already give you guys the tips. But you have to work hard and work smart at the same time when you develop this kind of design. Okay, so I already give you guys the tips there how it works. You should actually apply or maybe improve and practice more and more. You cannot achieve all this kind of standard of working by doing only once a week. Okay, you have to be passionate at your work. You must be able to have the kind of abilities to create, right? Okay, all the times, sketch all the time, okay, study, okay, watch some movies there, okay, and experiment with all this kind of style, design, as many as you can, okay, as much as you can there. That's how actually can improve. Okay, so enjoy all the process, okay, and try to go through with it, okay, from one step at a time, and make a lot of mistakes. There will be a lot of you can actually gain something from there later on, but you cannot give up there, and you cannot actually expect too high on yourself at the same times. Okay, that's a thing that basically that I saw from the students kind of overview. We always have the things that we have in mind all the time, like, okay, that you say you want to draw anime and manga style, right? Do you know basically how to develop basically get a proper kind of anatomy is from there? Okay, because to design anime manga styles, okay, manga anatomy. Okay. Manga tutorials. Take a look, guys. Okay, to draw anime or manga characters, you need to understand the proper anatomy directly. So, are you ready to spend more time from here? So you have to ask yourself, actually, okay. So to design anime, manga kind of styles, you need to have a proper kind of understanding of how to draw human anatomies. For me, the best way to study, either you can study from a real human at first, but of course you have to improve your drawing skill at the same time. Control the pressure step properly. This is also one of the all the good examples that you guys can use if you browse their back again. How actually going to come up with all these kind of ideas there, based on the studies that a lot of studies references that you guys can use. Okay, if you go through with this one, check back again, huh? Check right here. Okay, how people design them, they're right. Okay, you look back again, all the drawings and strokes. They all have a kind of certain kind of understanding there. How to develop those drawings that based on the structures according to the drawing styles and strokes. Quality of line there. You cannot expect to draw some things with the anime manga style with a very poor kind of skills. Okay, so you have to be more kind of what we call it. You need to sacrifice a bit of your time to enjoy the process of working, because it's all about your self development. Okay, that's the thing that I saw from what the person that most of the students have produced. But it's okay. It's a learning experience. Don't give up. Right? Do whatever you can, but don't expect too much. Okay, don't pressure yourself too much, okay? Because in order for you guys to execute, you have to open up your mind. At the same time, you have to get ready to yourself to prepare in any possibilities that you when you design them. So when you move your hands when you draw or design the characters, of course, nowadays can have a lot of references to guide you guys to work, but you cannot trace them all the times. Remember that, okay? You have to break down the shapes according to what you know, based on the strokes of skill that you have been developed for the past few weeks. Okay, so that's how actually it goes. Never trace. You can copy the ideas, but you need to draw correctly. Okay, you should draw correctly. Don't just copy, paste, and trace. Okay, that's the thing. How to develop ideas? For me, there's a lot of way. One of the best way, one of the not the easiest way, but you actually can try them by using AI generated images. Okay, by writing down some informations about the character that you're going to design, and then you can reuse them back again. Or one of the method that I can suggest you guys to use is by, let's say you have this kind of images that you get from any AI generated images, right? For example, like this one. Okay, this is something that I get from AI generated images. Okay, so from here, let this case worst come to worst, you still cannot get or confirm or finalize your design. You can use chat, kind of what we call that, AI generated images like this. You copy this one and then close, paste, see, got it right. And then what you can do, okay, reduce, add release. What I can do from here, right? I will draw back again. Okay, let's just say I want to design this character there, right? Okay. Using my own styles, okay, the style that I actually been designed before there, right? Okay, roughly I will design first. Okay, like this. But I had to remember also the element that I'm going to design. Yeah, right. Roughly using basically the gesture line drawings that works. Okay, the devils, the same. Okay. Very rough kind of ideas there. First come to us, and you get this composition, the style, the character that you want. All right. Using basically references from AI. This is one of the ways, guys, not the only way that it works. Okay. Or you just simply draw from here. Okay. I improvise a little bit. Because this badang a bit more like using the real structures. Okay, but I improvise a little bit from it. It can be. Okay. This is the worst case that happens when you want to develop your design and you don't have any ideas there, right? We can use AI generated images to help you guys to guide you guys to work on that. But of course, okay, I'm using basically the different kind of way, also method to work on that back again. Trace properly, draw properly, and improve later on. Can be there, guys. Okay, a lot of way to works. So to generate creativity is not just using only one or two design and style directly. You can do a lot of things from there, right? But of course, this is the main thing that you have to do first. Okay, to design the character that first, understand about the problem that you have, try to solve them and redesign them back. Okay, right, guys. Any questions? Any questions so far? No? Put some thumb ups on it, right? Like this. Okay. If you understand. And we see from there, right? Okay. Okay, let me save this file there first. Right here. Okay, this one is my sketches. Came from this the original ideas. Then send it over to you guys. Okay, as a references. All right. If you didn't have any questions, okay, thank you very much for having me today. Thank you very much also for understanding about our situation this morning.
Sir,
Yes, Idra?
I apologize for missing out today's session this morning. May I have my attendance taken in this session, or I have to attend others group class for replacement?
Okay, let me check the right. Okay, bring it up there right now. Today, the right morning.
Yeah.
Say Xi Xuan. Okay. And
Thank you,
Long.
sir.
Wei Yi. Long Wei Yi, is it?
Yeah, sir.
Okay. All right. So, anything else? I see you guys basically around, okay, next week and Friday. Hopefully, I can actually prepare some of those more information, okay, how we're actually going to generate those ideas from there. And hopefully, you guys will dig out all these kind of samples to work on it. Okay, thank you very much, you guys. Okay, have a good dinner and good luck with your kind of developments. See you guys around. Bye-bye. Welcome, Derek.
Thank you, sir.